Welcome to the First Ontario Centre, the crown jewel of downtown Hamilton, Ontario, and home of the Hamilton Bulldogs hockey team. I don't really watch or follow sports at all, but I was excited to have my first live hockey experience. I'm not a religious person either, so maybe I could fill that void in my life with hockey. Let's find out. Like I said, I don't really watch sports, so I was kind of confused when they started kicking around a soccer ball, which I thought was a different sport from hockey. But again, I don't watch sports, so I thought maybe I just got them mixed up. In the empty arena, I took a moment to contemplate what I was about to experience. Soon this place would be filled with roaring fans, each trying to prove their devotion to the Hamilton Bulldogs by screaming and hitting things. If the game doesn't go their way, who knows? We may have a riot on our hands. Back in the locker room, the tension was mounting. The players warmed up their bodies and spirits by riding pretend bikes and doing little dances. Look at them go. As 0 hour approached, the players engaged in a moment of solemn reflection before the clock struck 12. I mean that figuratively, it was like 7 p.m. at this point. Finally, it was time. The players filed out through their little cave thing onto the ice, spreading words of encouragement and perhaps saying final goodbyes to loved ones. Once you enter the rink, your return is not guaranteed. The fruit of their years of training will be put to the test tonight as they emerge from deep within the loins of the First Ontario Centre to fulfill their destinies. Turns out, the Bulldogs were not operating in peak form. They started off with a goal, which was an intoxicating moment, but they were quickly overtaken by the visiting team and trailed by several points for the rest of the match. Maybe they just didn't play enough pre-hockey soccer. I don't really understand any of this. There was a small boy in the seating behind me who was maybe the most passionate Bulldogs fan I encountered that night. Thankfully, his voice gave out after a few periods worth of screaming. However, it was heartwarming to see him meet what I'm guessing must be some sort of Christ-like figure to him. I must admit, I was a little bit jealous. The game went on, and on, and on. The players continued scrambling and slipping and squeezing each other up against the plexiglass until I just became numb to it all. The once glorious, righteous crusade of these Bulldogs had become a pointless strife. The fulfillment I found 2 hours earlier had eluded me completely, and I just found myself going through the motions. A husk of the bright-eyed kid who walked into this arena looking to find a new beginning. Instead, I was reminded of the random cruelty of the universe. Nothing is guaranteed, and everything is at constant risk of slipping through your fingers. I came to this hockey match looking for God, but I ended up staring down a cruel and uncaring reality. I left the First Ontario Centre cold and hopeless, in a crisis of faith and identity. The Hamilton Bulldogs showed me that God is dead. So anyway, if I had to sum up my experience, I'd say it was about what I expected.